Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ibadihi alladhina istafa. Amma ba'du. Farabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Wa qul rabbi adkhilni mudkhala sidqin wa akhrijni mukhraja sidqin. وَاجْعَلْ لِي مِنْ لَدُنْكَ سُلْطَانًا نَصِيرًا بسم الله وبالله وتوكلت على الله. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Allah is saying in His word in chapter Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Baqarah, second chapter of the Holy Book of Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقال الذين لا يعلمون لولا يكلمنا الله أو تأتينا آية كذلك قال الذين من قبلهم مثل قولهم تشابهت قلوبهم قد بينا الآيات لقوم يوقنون صدق الله العظيم. This verse we translated, and we have so many times told in these clips and conversations that the main goal from translating and interpreting these ayat and the words of Allah is to give a brief glimpse of what Allah has said for man, and He wanted to convey His message to man and give His guidance as He is creator of all universe, and part of that is man and mankind, so that He can be prosperous and He can reach that lofty goal which Allah has set for him, and to avoid that mean and wrongful destiny that can be there for man if he does not accept the right guidance of Allah. This message, inshallah, will be conveyed by our explanation, and we will try to do it at the best of the research that has been made up to now about the Book of Allah and about the words of Allah. And we will also keep in mind what our ulama, our mufassirin, those commenters and commentators and those interpreters who have said already things about the meaning of words and the ayat of Allah, and we'll keep them in mind, but we will see the words and the meaning and the realities of universe, and up to know what man has reached to that as an aspect of the knowledge. And we will try to see the matching of the meaning of Quran with the realities of the universe, and we will inshallah try for that our best. We will struggle for that our best and do our all effort in this case. In the verse number 118, Allah is saying, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I have already read this ayah, and we do translate it and then interpret as it needs some interpretation and some explanation. Allah is saying, وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ This is a talk from Allah to about Israel, and this is not talking direct to them and not making them addressee to that. Allah is talking about Israelite and saying that these Israelite and also those who are not knowing. La ya'lamun means these people have not tried, have not struggled, have not made any effort to find the truth or to go towards truth and reality. And so they kept themselves ignorant. And now, while they are not knowing so many things because of being far from the reality and not wanting and not desiring to come towards reality, so they remained some ignorant people and not knowing people. These people, when they see that realities and the facts are against their inner desire and their will and their fancies and their caprices or these kind of things, they come to be against that and make an opposition to that and show their enmity like status and enmity like manner that they practice against that. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ, and bring this pretending and this context they brought forward that if these events of talking of Allah to Moses or speaking of Moses as to Allah and his dialogue with Allah is a reality, it means that Allah talks to somebody. If he does and he speaks to somebody from man, so we are also man. He can talk to us. Why he is not talking to us? And or another sign that he have given to his prophets like Moses, like Jesus, like other prophets, he have sent them with so many signs of him so that they can prove themselves as the prophet. So those signs could be given to us. Those signs could be sent down upon us so that we could be sure of the real situation and then we could accept. This is what these not knowing and ignorant people say. This is what Allah is quoting from them. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ لَوْ لَا يُكَلِّمُنَ اللَّهُ. It means that if he could talk to us, if he spoke to us, أَوْ تَأْتِينَ آيَةٌ, or he brought us some sign of him, some proof of him, then we could accept, then we could come to him and believe him. But since he has not spoke to us and he has not given any sign to ourselves, then we are not to accept by the prophet. If these things are given to the prophet and he is the one who is selected from all of us and he is somehow is superior to us and he is given that authority of being spokesman from Allah, then we are not to accept it. Allah has not given there these words because the situation is clear. Allah has given the half of the situation and the next half is left for us to understand by ourselves. And that is that for this very reason they said we are not going to accept. So what is Allah's response? From here Allah gives the response to this kind of their mindset and this kind of their reasoning for their manner that they put forward. Allah is saying, Kazalika, the same as they said, the same as they said, Kala Ladina min Kable. Those who were before them, they were also alike them, similar to them in their thinking. They have the same mindset. Misla qawlihim, and likewise, the saying of there is likewise of these people. They have both the same sentences they said, and they wanted and they had demanded the same thing. Misla qawlihim. It means that this is not something new, and these pretext has been put forward all the time, and people before them also they were like them, and they were saying like that. So what is done by Allah? Here in the middle, Allah is telling that tashabahat qulubuhum. Maybe in some way they differ from each other, but most of them are alike. They are some like similar to them, alike them. They are not totally those people, but they are like them. Their hearts are like them. It means that they think like them. They have a mindset similar to that of those people who were before. And this wise, what they say is the same. When their thinking is the same, their saying also is similar to each other. And what Allah gives solution, okay, we have completely understood what these people are saying and what the people before them they were saying, and we understood that both of them thinking alike and they are saying similar thing. So, O Allah, what you have done and what was your response and how you dealt the people before, and now how we should deal with these people who are asking such questions or such demand they set forward. Allah said, Kad bayyanna al-ayat. Our response is that we have, surely we have manifested all our signs. Our signs are manifest, and we have clearly showed our sign, and we have given so many proofs about the prophethood of prophet. We have given him miracles and signs, and also the word of Allah and the guidance of Allah. All those are clear-cut signs, and they are very manifest and obvious sign from Allah. If somebody is thinking with fidelity and with purity and with mind to understand the situation, he will understand it and he will find the truth there. But if somebody comes with a negative idea and with a mindset that he is to deny all those real situation and the reality is not acceptable for him, then he will be deprived of guidance and he will not accept. So Allah said, Qad bayyana al-ayat. That's very briefly Allah said in this verse, very briefly, that Qad bayyana al-ayat. We are not to give answer to all their asking and all their question. And they have this habit to ask every time question, and this kind of pretext they set for their denial of the prophethood and the book of Allah and the guidance of Allah. That is only a pretext and some excuses, we can say. So Allah said, Kad bayyana al-ayat, of course, not for all, liqawmin yuqinun. For the people, their habit is, their regular manner is, generally they accept and believe. Means they believe when they find something believable. And so many signs that we have sent down and revealed to man, if they are yuqinun, they are a kind of people who want to reach to that situation of the status of surety and make it guaranteed, then that we given, we what sign that we have given are enough for this status, and to find that status and to reach to that status. And Allah is not telling more than this in this verse, and Allah has responded very briefly. But in the verse which is coming, the second verse, or the verse number 119, Allah is giving some detail of that, and inshallah we will do it in the next session. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you all.